What's going on, you guys? Welcome to my channel. I'm Tatiani Favors, your tax business coach. And on this channel, we talk everything tax business related. So if you are an individual who wants to create an additional stream of income, even if you still have a job, even if you don't have formal education or past experience in the taxation industry, this is the exact place you need to be, because I teach individuals just like you how to start, build, and scale a profitable tax business, heavy on the profitable and heavy on the business. Okay. So today we're going to talk about something that probably makes you want to throw up in your mouth. Okay. Y'all ready? Here we go. We're going to talk about business plans. Okay. We're going to talk about business plans. Now, if you stick with me, you'll see my version of a business plan. And 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 how I and my journey with a business plan. So let me tell y'all my journey with a business plan first before I tell you what you need to do. So for those of you all who do not know, I've been in the taxation industry for 18 years, right? But for the first 10 years, I actually worked in my business providing tax preparation on a high level for individuals, businesses, nonprofits. I also did accounting and bookkeeping, right? When I first started my business over a decade ago, my only goal was to make money. Okay. Well, no, my ultimate goal was to get a yacht. I wanted a yacht. Okay. I had even like picked out my linens and stuff for my yacht because I just knew I was going to get a yacht. And I heard about creating a business plan and all of that and identifying your financial goals and your mission statement and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, my business plan, my plan is to make bread. Okay. It's to make money, to get a yacht. That's my plan. Like that was my plan. And that probably is a lot of y'all's plans too. But I will say after a couple of years of my tax business, I hit a plateau. I wasn't getting more clients. I wasn't making any more money. So I decided to try things that I heard other millionaires and billionaires say. You know, all of them had a business plan, all of them had a mission statement, all these things that I heard before that I just thought was just like, didn't have nothing to do with nothing. I'm like, if it's not getting me more clients or improving my skill set, I don't want to do it. You know, that was my mindset. So I started to do the things that I didn't do before: business plan, creating a mission statement, identifying my financial goals, things of that nature. Because I didn't have anything to lose and I wanted to grow my business. Like I hit a plateau for like 2 years. It took me like 2 years to figure this thing going out, right? Oh, let me plug in my computer. 1 second. Sorry guys. Professional. I be editing my videos, so y'all have to deal with this. Sorry. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, my fault. So I decided to do what I hadn't done before: create a business plan, identify my financial goals, um, create a mission statement, right? And when I did those things that at one point in time I thought were so stupid, a funny thing happened. I actually had clarity. What it did for me was gave me clarity as a business owner, gave me clarity on what my end goal was. What was I working towards? Up until then, I wasn't really working towards anything. Yes, in my mind, I was working towards a yacht. Okay. But there's still, okay, how am I going to get this yacht? How am I going to maintain this yacht? Like, I need a lot of money to get this yacht. So, how am I even going to do that? When you're building a business plan, that's exactly precisely what you're asking yourself: is all of the hows. Well, how am I going to do this? Well, how am I going to make my business sustainable? Well, how am I going to get consistent clientele? How am I going to process these people? How am I going to hire people? How? You know, how am I going to grow my business? Just all of the, how you're asking yourself the right questions now, right? And so once I did those things, I actually saw an uptick in my business, in my bank accounts, okay, in my clientele, And so now I stand by it because I know what it is to be a business owner in the taxation industry without a business plan. And I know what it is to be a business owner in the taxation industry with a business plan. And so now this is why I'm teaching you all. So I will say this, you definitely need some type of plan, some type of blueprint that's going to help you with the progression of not only your business, but yourself, right? So a lot of people, and so let me address the naysayers real quick, because I even hear other people say, even people that I follow who are my imaginary, they're not imaginary, they're my mentors, but they cost like 250K to coach. And I'm not there yet. Like I'll spend a good 5 figures on a coach. I have and I do, but 250K, my money not like that yet to where I can spend 250 on a coach that's like 3 sessions. Okay. But he's amazing. I watch him all the time on YouTube. So in my mind, he be talking to me, you know, by myself. But I heard him and other people say business plans are dumb, that you shouldn't have a business plan because people tend to use a business plan as a crutch to inaction. Okay. They say, oh, I don't have my business plan together, so therefore I can't act. And people don't take action until they have a business plan. So I understand the thought process of that, and that can be true, right? But I also understand my audience, my particular audience, and most of y'all not acting no way, okay? But most of y'all aren't taking action because you don't have clarity. Clarity for a business owner is like Superman's cape, okay? It's like Megatron's, I don't know, what make Megatron, I don't know, screws. That was a bad example. Is like, you get what I'm saying? You're the opposite of kryptonite, your strength. Okay. Without clarity, you are lost in the sauce. You are like Ricky Bobby. You do not know what to do with your hands. Okay. Yes, that was a Talladega Nights reference. Judge your mama, don't judge me. Okay. But you are just lost in the sauce. You don't know where you're going. So although you might be taking action, you're not taking action that's actually moving the needle in your business. You might be busy, but you're not productive or progressive. There is a difference. But you could be busy doing nothing. You could be busy responding to emails all day. That's not going to get you your business where it needs to be. You can hire someone to answer emails. You get what I'm saying? So when we're talking about a business plan, the purpose of this plan is to create a path, like a blueprint, a step-by-step blueprint for you and your team. So on the days you wake up and you just you lack motivation, because motivation does not grow on trees. You're going to wake up one day and be like, why am I doing this? Where am I going? What's that commercial? What's my motivation? Okay. You can have a document that you can look at and say, oh, this is where yep, this is my ultimate goal. Yes, this is what I want my life to be. This is what I'm doing. And go ahead and do something that actually moves the needle in your business versus doing some rigmarole stuff that is just, you're just being busy just to say you're doing something. Okay. A lot of you all like to say, oh, I'm busy doing something, but it's not progressive. Okay. You want to get a pat on the back for doing something, for preparing, but let's actually prepare. And then after the preparation, let's actually open up our business. And then after we open up our business, let's actually make money and be successful. And then when we actually make money and be successful, let's make an impact and give back. Like let's do these things. Let's do the things instead of just talking about the things. A business plan helps you do the things. Okay? It helps you do the things. So when people come to me typically as a business, whether it's one-on-one or they join my online school, Tax Boss Academy, okay? Holler at me if you're interested. Um, They come to me when I start talking about business plans has this big, like, dark cloud that like approaches like a scary movie, and it just gives people so much anxiety, so much anxiousness, okay, surrounding a business plan, right? You think about this 25-page document with graphs and lines and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what people think about when I say business plan, right? And yes, a business plan does have a few components, for sure, it does. However, when people first come to me, or if I'm speaking to people like this for free and all of that, instead of having no business plan, I'd rather you have at minimum an outline. Okay. So I'm not telling you to create this 30-page, 20-page document with graphs and blah, blah, blah. I'm encouraging you to create at least an outline of what of where you're going. What is the trajectory of your tax business? What is your ultimate goal? Start from the end first. Okay. What's your ultimate goal? Where are you going? Why did you choose a tax business? Okay. You could have chose any other business to pursue. Why did you choose a tax business to put all your time and energy into to grow it? Why? Okay. But then where are you going with it? Do you want multiple locations? Do you want to start a franchise? Do you want just one super successful location? Do you want to dominate the virtual space? Do you want to have a mobile tax service? Do you want to impact a certain group of people? Like, what is your ultimate goal and what does that look like? If your tax business was clicking on all cylinders at its pinnacle, what does that look like? Where's your office? Do you have an office? What does that look like? How big is your team? Do you have a super big team or do you have a team of like 5 assassins? You get what I'm saying? Like, what do you drive? Where do you live? How do you dress? Like, really imagine your tax business at its pinnacle. That's one thing that as adults, I'm not forget business owners, but adults, we don't do anymore. We don't visualize. We don't imagine. We think that that's only for kids. But that's the perfectness of kids. They still have that imagination. They still have that, well, let's see. Okay. Like they still have that. As business owners, we have to see it before we can do it. Okay. That's what makes us extraordinary. Okay. Other people don't have the ability to see what we see until it's actually built. We as business owners, most of us are visionaries, even though you have visionaries and you have executors. Even if you're more of an executor, you see what you're trying to do enough in order to execute it to reach that particular goal. So allow yourself to visualize what that looks like. Start with the end goal first. What is your ultimate goal with your tax business? Where are you going? Because that will create a path for you, a blueprint, a guide for you to say, okay, this is where I'm trying to end up. So this is what I need to do today to get there. Because maybe where you're trying to end up, you have to get more certifications. You have to increase your knowledge. You might have to hire more people, but you won't know that if you aren't clear on where you're going. And that's the importance of a business plan, or at least an outline of what that looks like. Because we are not, today is the youngest you will ever be for the rest of your life. Today is the youngest you'll be. Tomorrow, you're going to get older. Before you go to bed, you're going to be older than you were whenever you listen to this video, right? So, time is of the essence. We having babies, we taking care of babies, we trying to create memories, we're trying to do this, that, the third, whatever we want our lives to be. So we don't have time to be wasting time and energy and money because we failed to take the time to gain some clarity on what we've already decided we're going to put energy into. That is the significance of a business plan. And that is what I want you all to definitely make sure that you are creating. Okay. So drop down in the description box, click the link. I run a challenge at the end of every month on how to create a tax business from scratch. Even if you are already in the taxation industry, okay? I'm not teaching you tax preparation. I'm teaching you how to create a tax business from scratch. So just because you have been preparing taxes for years does not mean you know how to run a business. So I would say go ahead and register for this challenge. It's a 5-day challenge. Day one, we talk about business creation. Within business creation, we talk about your business plan. And I go a little bit deeper into it. There's also a workbook. There are 3 options in this challenge. There's a free option, a general admission, and VIP. The workbook comes in VIP and general admission. So at least get in general admission to get the workbook, because the workbook is a 46-page document that has questions, because we have homework at the end of every day, first of all, okay? Because the transformation is in the execution, not just listening to me talk. But within the workbook, there are questions and a space for you to start creating your business plan. And this is what I really want you all to do. You take the rest of this year, okay, to get clarity so you can start executing on what your customized, personalized plan is. Because if you don't have a plan, then what's going to happen in Q4 is you're going to look like 98% of the other tax professionals on social media, saying the same mess, going after the same clientele. Everyone is saying the same thing, looks the same, except for everyone has different colors and logos. That is the only difference, okay? This person is saying the same thing with red and blue. This person is saying the same thing, but they have green and yellow colors, okay? You want to be able to separate yourself from all of the other tax professionals, because y'all know everybody and their mama prepare taxes now. So what makes you different? What separates you from everyone else? As a business owner, you have to take that time. And most people don't take that time to discover that. They just want to go out here and get clients, woo-wah. But if you really want a sustainable business, you have to understand what makes you different. And by creating a business plan and knowing where you're going, you're already beating most of the people, because most of these people don't know where they're going. They were like me when I first started. They just preparing taxes, and you get caught on a hamster wheel. And you look up and it's years later and you've just been preparing taxes, making a little money, but you don't have no time. You're not happy. Your business isn't growing. You're not fulfilled, and you're overwhelmed. You end up quitting. Okay. There's another way. Create a business plan. It is important. But start with an outline first. At least start with an outline and start really asking yourself pertinent questions. And join the challenge, even if it's the free option. Get in the room and get the information. Okay, guys? So I will see y'all next time. I'm Tatiani Favors, your tax business coach. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.